This tutorial will explain enterprise accounts in MediaStorm. An enterprise account gives you control over the MediaStorm user accounts in your organization. I will log in as administrator to the enterprise demo account. The admin console allows me to manage users and to configure account properties. Only users with administrator rights can access the admin console UI. Account information shows the available space and the space in use. Here, users can be added, deleted, and user account properties modified. This is the profile page of the user. Passwords can be reset here, and users can also be given administrator rights in case your organization needs more than one administrator. Next is user groups. In this account, we see 5 groups. The first is built into MediaStorm and is called Everybody, which includes all users in the enterprise account. London contains 3 users starting with L. New York contains 3 users starting with N. Users can be part of multiple groups. Designers contains 2 users from London and 1 user from New York. Groups make sharing of assets flexible and efficient. Instead of sharing an asset with a list of users, I can share it with a group. It is also important to know that groups are live. If a user is added to a group, he will immediately have access to all assets already shared with this group. This makes it easy for a user to join an existing project without sharing all the assets individually. Here, we list the dongle IDs used in your organization. This will be relevant for the upcoming MediaStorm plugin store, where you can purchase and download these plugins. Under Permission, the administrator can enable or disable MediaStorm features for the enterprise account. If public sharing is disabled, then users cannot share assets in the public zone. If browsing public zone is disabled, then users cannot access the public zone at all. This controls if users are allowed to share assets with other users on MediaStorm. If this option is disabled, then sharing is only possible with users part of the enterprise account. If the administrator disables these 3 flags, then users can share assets only within the enterprise account and there will be no way to connect to other MediaStorm users. This flag will disable the plugin store. So how does sharing work within the enterprise account? I switch over to WizArtist and log in as user Nancy. I go to My Media, find one of my assets, open the asset and go to Share. As we can see, public sharing and the all user option in Dropbox disappeared because we have disabled this feature in the admin console. When I type into the user search box, only users part of the enterprise account will be listed. Now Nancy will set up a project for this year's election. She was working on a few things on her own, but now it's time for others to join. She creates a project called Election 2014. Then she moves the relevant assets into the project. A project comes as a default icon that can be changed in the presentation page. To access the presentation page of a project, I click here. To change the thumbnail, I upload a picture. And then choose use as thumbnail. Then I can delete the picture. Nancy wants to share the project with 3 users. She can enter the names here. Or she can create a user group and share the project with the user group. She asked the administrator to create a user group for her called Election Team with the members Lily, Nancy and Louise. So we switch over to our administrator user, go to Groups and create the group and add the users. Nancy can now share with the user group Election Team. I will switch to the web browser and log in to MediaStorm as user Louise, who is part of the election group. As you can see, her homepage doesn't show the public zone because it was disabled in the admin console. Louise got a notification that a project was shared with her. She can click on Explore Project to see the content of the project. Louise has prepared some headshots for the election. She drags the folder from her private data into the shared project. Now all members of the election team will have access. Now we switch over to Nancy working in this artist. She can see the election headshots folder and she can download the headshots to Graphics Hub. That concludes the presentation. Thank you.